Hi, everybody. It's Diane. We are updating some journal cards I made a long time ago. It's very simple. These are index cards. I just watercolored and gave them a decorative corner punch. Yeah, they're really simple, Diane. I mean, they're cute. They're neat. You can write on either side or whatever. But I just happened to come across them and I thought, you know, we could do something better than this. So my idea, I just grabbed a bunch of postage stamps. Here's my scrapbook paper scraps. Just make a little clustery thing in the corner. And then 3 years from now, I can pull these out and go, these are awfully plain. We can do something better than this and add more to it, right? I don't know how far I want to go with this. If I want to really stitch or anything like that, I don't know. That wasn't my intention, but even that's better. But maybe I grabbed some washi tape, a little flower, scrapbook paper flower with that, or a ticket or something like that. I'm looking in that box. I know you can't see it. A leaf. That was a question mark, not I'm saying it's a leaf. I'll just fussy cut one side of this to get a general idea because I'm not wearing my glasses. Oh, that's kind of cool. Could add fabric, could add ribbon, I don't know, but a little cheesecloth might be nice. I have to reach up just a minute. I got a whole big wad. Oh, well, do we want green? I was thinking coffee dye, but maybe green. Oh, why not? Why don't you live a little? Use green. Because it's stuck together, I can't. All right, then cut it the way it is. All right, there's one. Do we have a lot of blue? What's the color schemes here? I probably made most of these at once. Blue, there's different. Blue, blue. Blue, blue. Purple. In the way. That's interesting. And I'd say that matches really well. Okay, I'm moving the camera. Close your eyes. Okay. So irritating. Okay, speaking of irritating, you want to hear about the weather? I don't remember if I made a video this day, but I don't think I did. It was just literally a day, 2 days ago. It was close to 90 again. It was hot. It was stupid. I was mad. The next day was kind of average. It was okay. It was, I think, about 74, somewhere in there. That was fine. Okay, one day later, the high is 60. It was really chilly overnight. It's very pleasant. I mean, I like it, but it's very chilly. now. Okay, so this is a Saturday. By next Thursday, it's supposed to be 90 again. Yeah, and it's supposed to be in the 40s tonight. So I'm gonna double check that later in the day, but if it doesn't go up, that prediction, I'm gonna have to scooch my houseplants in the house overnight, which normally I kind of have a rule because I have big, heavy mother-in-law tongue plants that I make my husband move around, and I do feel kind of bad about that. So usually, once they come in, that's it, they're in. But if it's going to warm up like that, I think we may break that rule. And I think I hear him coming around the door. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pause a minute. Hang on. Okay, I went ahead and glued these down, and I didn't realize without my glasses these numbers were upside down. I thought they were, running this way. Are they? Glasses. Yeah. Okay, that's right. But I saw it was wrong, so now it's correct. And as long as I had a minute, I went ahead and picked stamps for the rest of these. Okay. That's kind of interesting. Little crooked there, which, somebody cut that off an envelope. So that's, I suppose, acceptable, but apparently not to Diane. If you're not me, it's acceptable. Yeah. You know that Dina Wakley video was that the last one? Yeah. Yeah, it was. The last video in order at any rate. And when you watch someone else, since I saw her do it, her, I'm uh, singling out here, I'm trying to say. And she, slap stuff on and do this and do that and oh well and this and that and the other. And Diane's going, it's crooked. It's like, Diane, lighten up. But that's the way I guess I do things. Her way is a lot less pressure and probably more fun. But some of us just can't get off that. Okay, that could use a number or something on the bottom. Yeah, I think when all's said and done here, I'll put on postmark rubber stamps because they're stamps, right? Makes sense. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. I also think this is, if you're ever stuck, you just either don't know what to do or you're just kind of in a funk of being uninspired. If you go back, assuming you have old work, and look at your old work, I pretty much guarantee you'll get inspired to do something. You have forgotten about a certain style or method or media or something, or you'll find something that you think is not so hot and want to improve on it. So that's a good way to get out of a funk. And it's free too. Visit your own stuff. Maybe it's lonely. Go visit it. That's very simple, but that's not bad. Could leave that. Look, is there a ticket that would match in some way? I'm looking at them. I know you can't see them. I must have something in the blue family as far as tickets. Okay, I do, but that's a little turquoisey. So is this. Or we could use, and what about pink? That's just waiting to be cut right there anyway. Cutting it straight might be nice. Are you listening to what you just said, Diane, about being so nitpicky? Yeah. But doesn't mean I'm going to do anything about it. Okay. Good. Some of these need inking around the edges too. Some of them do have it and some of them do not. I don't know. I didn't think they needed it, or I made these in different batches and didn't ink edges in one, but I don't know. I made those a long time ago. That's not bad. Well, this one could use inking on it's an envelope under the stamp there, but it's awfully white. That looks more flowery to me, in need of a flower. We can't see the flowers either, Diane. I know. Well, I just do not have room to drag everything over here. And then this would get all shoved aside and would be a big, giant plastic hassle, man. It wasn't the last time you heard that phrase. And if you're younger-ish, you've never heard it. And if you're younger-ish, you're not watching this channel anyway, so. Okay. All right, should we just do one more? This is getting rather repetitive. You get the idea, right? And that's all I'm doing. Yeah, this isn't really much of a video, is it? Well, that's what I'm doing. What can I say? But it is kind of a good lesson. Or if you're in a funk where you want to do something, but you're tired, etc., and you just don't feel like getting into something big, this kind of fits the bill too. You're just sort of, you have basically a finished product, but you're tweaking it in some way. That's, a good way to go too. Yeah, she's staring at stuff. And in case you missed it, I have some old numbers and stuff like this in my stash, and one time when I was using some, it occurred to me to scan them, so I can keep using them forever. Oh yeah, and Etsy, yeah, they're on my list too. Now they're showing us sellers, if you have items that are or not prohibiting, but not enhancing your visibility in searches, because they have these criteria as how they list you. But one of them is you have to have more than one photo, which I didn't even know that. Well, I used to have quite a lot of digital stuff in my shop. Didn't sell, didn't sell, didn't sell. So I stopped relisting it when it would expire. Well, just for the heck of it, this is September something. What's the date? September 7th. So I put my Halloween and fall digital flashcards back up for sale. I said, well, I give it a try. Well, those two are saying, because it only has one photo, because it's just a digital image. There's nothing else to show. Well, it's only got one photo, so it's not, we have to put it way down in the searches because of that. So is that why my digital stuff wasn't selling? Thanks. I suppose I could, make something with one of those images and make that be another photo, or just show a close-up of one of the cards or something. I don't really have time to do that. And I know, I made another card because I was rambling on and I was complaining, and I will be back and show you what these look like, and I guess that's all we're doing today. All right, hang on. Okay, I'm back. They're finished. Well, these turned out cute. Nice. A lot better than just the plain. Yeah, did I say it's watercolor? It's watercolor, actual artist grade watercolor paint. And just for your information, it will soak through on an index card, at least today's standard index cards, maybe old ones it wouldn't. But I think that's okay. It's kind of interesting. I think people can write on that too. Did you notice I did remember to postmark? I postmarked on all of them. I didn't bother to sew. You certainly could. But for what these are, and I say it was just sort of a step it up, make these look a little better kind of project. I didn't want to get that involved. I did ink around the edges that were not inked. Okay. Well, that was really not on my agenda, but I'm glad I did it, because these are much more usable now to me. Okay, everyone. Thanks for watching. I hope your day's a good one.